NFL Week 2 game breakdowns. In this video, I'm going over the 4 o'clock games on Sunday. If you haven't seen the Sunday 1 p.m. game breakdown video I did, it's up on my page now. If you could go show that some love, that would be great. It'll give me motivation to keep doing these videos. I bet sports for a living, so it's tough spending time creating content because it's less time I'm able to put into actually betting. You know, a lot of these other people are content creators and don't actually bet sports, so creating videos is their main focus. For me, it's more of like a negative EV thing because it's so time consuming. But let me stop bitching about that. 4:05 start. Rams Cardinals. Rams have owned this series historically, but looks like sharp money is on Arizona as home dogs, and I actually agree with the Arizona side. Rams have some real injury concerns, not just with Puka, but their O-line is just mangled. They could potentially be without 4 offensive linemen. Tackle Rob Harvenstein and guard Kevin Dotson are probably going to miss. You know it's bad when the Rams are looking to sign guys during the week to fill in for all these injuries. Also in the secondary, cornerback Darius Williams is out, and then Kobe Durant is questionable. Plus, I kind of feel like this is a letdown spot for Stafford, coming off the revenge game back in Detroit last week where the Rams played unreal. Considering everything they had to overcome, McVay and Stafford did everything possible to force OT in that game, but just to come up short and lose. Not sure they can pull off a similar performance 2 weeks straight. Now, Buffalo did lay out the blueprint and showed exactly how to beat this Arizona team, and it's just stick to the run game, wear them down. Buffalo was down 2 touchdowns at home. Most teams in that situation would start going into catch-up mode and go more pass heavy, but Buffalo just continued to run the ball. They finished negative 7% in pass rate over expectation. They knew they had an edge here running it, and going run heavy ultimately opened up the passing lanes in the middle of the field when they really needed it. Now, my question is, can the Rams do this? And I don't think they can with the current offensive line they have. The betting public undervalues how important offensive and defensive lineman injuries are, and the Rams O-line injuries are a big reason why we're seeing this line so short and where it is. Remember, games are won up front in the trenches, and I just think the Rams won't be able to establish the run game. Last week, when the injuries on the offensive line started piling up versus the Lions, that's when we saw the Rams go much more pass heavy. And again, the path to beat Arizona is on the ground. On the other side of the ball, Arizona's offense is pretty simple. They want to use heavy personnel, which again is double tight ends and multiple running backs, and just pound the ball. For defenses, they have to make a decision to load the box and defend against the run, which of course can open up passing lanes. But if you sit and try to defend the pass, Arizona's just going to continue to pound it. Where did the Rams struggle last week? When the Lions went run heavy and heavy personnel. Now, not saying the Cardinals have the same run game as Detroit, but it is the same personnel as far as formation and style, just much less effective. Now, can the Rams just go super pass heavy and win? Sure. I mean, the Rams had a 47% passing success rate last week. League average is 39%. Cup had 21 targets. Stafford attempted 49 passes. Arizona allowed a 52% passing success rate to Buffalo, and they kept it within a single score. But they did also have a kickoff return for a touchdown. I think it's a pretty good matchup for Arizona on both sides of the ball, but not sure I can bet them. My power rating number is just so far off from showing value on Arizona. But that number also isn't adjusting for all the Rams injuries, which is always a tough part, quantifying what injuries are worth to a team, especially when it's multiple players and multiple position groups. Also, the Cardinals quarterback Kyler Murray isn't someone I'm looking to back right now. Looking at his bad ball rate, which is a metric that looks at how often a QB throws into like a dangerous spot. It's a good predictor on future INTs. The NFL average is 11%. Murray's bad ball rate percentage has increased every season by at least 2%. Last season, he finished 14%. I lean Cardinals here, but haven't bet anything. Next game up, 4:25 p.m. game of the week candidate. Bengals head to Arrowhead to play the defending Super Bowl champs. I bet the over in this one, and it would have been an official best bet in the Discord community, but I caught it at 46.5 while it was moving on its way up to where it is now at 48. And I never want to post bets when the number isn't available. In fact, I almost don't even want to mention it sometimes because I worry members will just bet it at any number and take a worse number, and then with my luck it'll go over the number I bet but stay under where they bet. But I mean, this total opened at 46, which was where the Ravens and Chiefs total closed on the season kickoff game. Now swap out the Ravens for Cincy, and it's the same total, or at least where it was. I know Cincy's offense struggled versus the Patriots, but I can't imagine that was their true offensive potential, unless Burrow's hurt again, which is also a real possibility. But the Bengals are always slow out the gate. But what they showed versus the Patriots can't be their true offense. I mean, they had a drop TD pass in the end zone. Next play was a fumble that took points off the board. All the Jamar Chase stuff, that distraction. They have to be better this week, I would think. Even assuming that, I think the Chiefs should have their way. They could probably put up 40 points themselves. I mean, you got Andy Reid in a spot with extra time to prepare. And again, where do the Bengals struggle? Defending the run. They had no answers for the Patriots and Ross Stevenson. So naturally, if the Bengals can't stop the Patriots' run game behind their offensive line with no threat of the passing game, what are the Chiefs going to do behind their offensive line and a real threat of the passing game? Makes me think Pacheco overs are probably good. And we haven't even seen this Chiefs team and the real speed they're going to have on the outside. It's going to be just unfair when they add Hollywood Brown in alongside Xavier Worthy. Chiefs will probably be involved in every teaser leg this week, which I can't argue with, but I always worry about those teams everyone piles onto. So it's just the over for me in this one. All right, last 4 p.m. game on the board. What do we got? Steelers, Broncos. This is another game I bet, but was chasing steam on. I bet under 38.5, and 2 minutes later it was down to like 37 or 37.5. And then it got hit again the next day. This total got sharp money at multiple numbers on its way down, which you don't normally see them betted at worse numbers as it moves down. As for the side in this game, I do really need the Steelers to lose. I have a big future bet on their under 8.5 win totals, but it does look like a 2-0 start is very likely for the Steelers. The Seahawks defense was pretty good. I mean, Broncos quarterback Bo Nix just can't have much confidence coming into this game after last week against Seattle's defense and what they were able to do. They took away everything that the Denver wanted to do, and now has to face a Steelers defense that has a more complex defense, a more aggressive pass rush, more talented defensive backs than what they faced last week. And I don't see where Denver's offense comes, where they get points from. They really could get shut out, which would be great for the under, but not great for my much bigger bet on the Steelers under 8.5 wins. That's going to wrap up the Sunday 4 p.m. game breakdowns. Be sure to check out those 1 p.m. game breakdowns. They're on my page now. They're divided into chapters, so you can skip to the games you want. Let me know in the comment section if I should keep this format or go back to the individual game breakdowns. I'm just trying new things to see what sticks. Be on the lookout for the primetime game previews. I'll do both Sunday night and Monday night football together. Thanks for watching. Until next time.